Hello, this is again the Local Explorer. In this video I take a look at Whippoorwill Academy and Village, a small open-air museum in the settlement Ferguson in western North Carolina. The building I just turned around from is the Welcome Center or Visitor Center. The building behind, in front of me, is actually the Whippoorwill Academy, an old one-room schoolhouse, but it was not an ordinary school, as students from this school could enter directly into college and university. So a lot of students here were on a high, the teaching here was on a high level. Most of the buildings have been moved here from other places in the area. Some, though, have been built as replicas. This building I'm approaching now is a replica of Daniel Boone's cabin from the time he lived in Wilkes County, not far from here. The stones in the chimney are actually the actual stones from Daniel Boone's cabin, and as you can see, if I get a little closer, there is also a statue of Daniel Boone. I don't know if he looked like that, but that's how he's depicted. This is an old blacksmith forge, and that is not a replica. It was actually moved here from I don't know where. But you can see the anvil and the, I don't know what's called in English, but where they heat the metal before they use it. The next building is another replica, this time a replica of a small jail from Yadkin River, the Yadkin River area. I can't enter any of the buildings because the museum is only open the third Saturday of each month, where you can get on guided tours. Not this third Saturday, of course, or not of course, but because it's Easter, and there will be a Easter egg hunt for children. This building is known as the Dooley Art Museum. Inside are a lot of things about the Tom Dooley case, and a lot of paintings and drawings by founder of the museum, Edith Ferguson Carter, who unfortunately passed away in 2014, but her paintings and her art is still there. Also some artifacts from the case. If you look at the walls of the houses, you will see that there are some small paintings of birds. They have nothing to do with the content of the buildings, but it's used for children to locate different birds when they are here. This is, by the way, an old wash house where they washed their clothes in the old days. This is also an original building. Over here we have another original building. It was just a cabin, but today it serves to show what a tavern looked like in the old days. And if I just take a look over here you will see a lot of what looks like rubbish, but it's not. It's actually a barn that was taken down in the town of Lenoir and will be moved out here, has been moved out here, and will be raised as a barn, of course, that can be used for different social purposes and teaching and exhibitions and stuff like that. But it's expensive and difficult to raise the money for the barn raising. So I have to tell you, the whole thing is run, the whole museum is run by donations. Nobody is paid, and the only thing that the museum earns money from is from the guided tours and from making different events for which people pay. I will close the video right now, as I have to walk a long way without having anything to tell. You probably can't see it, but maybe you can hear it when I stop talking. This place is a part of what is known as the North Carolina Birding Trail. There are a lot of different birds in the area. The GoPro cannot show birds, they're too small. But I've just seen a couple of cardinals flying by. I'm now at the top of the hill, and if you look closely you can maybe see a road in the background. I think a car will be passing by very soon. That will make it easier to see the road. There it goes. This is North Carolina Route 268, and we are right between Wilkesboro, county seat of Wilkes County, and Lenoir, county seat of Caldwell County. And now it's starting to rain, so I think I'll have to cut it short here and make the last recording. And this is the Chapel of Peace. This was originally just a cabin, but it has been turned into a chapel. As you can see, the bell tower on top. Inside is an organ and other stuff, and many weddings each year takes place here. People consider it a very romantic place to be married, so a lot of weddings take place here. That would always also be a use for the barn when it's up, that if the weather is bad, you can get married here, and then the celebration can take place at the barn. Today most celebrations take place in tents. And this is the event area next to the visitor center. As you can see, there's a small stage where performances, most likely music, take place, and there can be made food here. There's a grill, as you can see, but also other activities including something to eat takes place here. The building in front of me is known as the Smokehouse Gallery. As you can see, maybe the front of a car. That's because someone is actually busy making ready for an art exhibition. It is actually paintings and stuff that is exhibited in this building, when of course it's open, when the museum is open. Apparently I was wrong. I don't know why, because I know exactly this is not the Whippoorwill Academy, as I told you previously. This is Matt's store, and I will get back to that in a minute. This is the Whippoorwill Academy, the one-room school building where many people was taught school in the old days, including the father of the woman who started this museum. And this, which I erroneously told you was the academy, is actually Matt's store, an old country store that was moved from the center of Ferguson, if you can call it a center, in a town with about 100 inhabitants and 5 or 6 houses. It was moved from there out here. It originally served as a general store, and today it's also a store. Maybe not a general store because they don't have everything, but they have different items for guests. You can buy jam, jelly, honey and stuff like that, and also locally produced toys. Well, with this last glimpse of the Academy, I will call it a day. I have been Jan, the local explorer. Thank you for watching. If you want to watch more videos from me, click the subscribe button and press the bell in order to get alerted whenever I upload new videos.